Sally, would you go? Would you go with me? Let's spend the night together, waiting patiently. I know you don't believe, but I've got enough faith for two. This time it's gonna happen, and then you'll know that it's all true. 'Cause it's gonna be a night to remember. It's one we won't forget. And with you here beside me, it will be the best Halloween yet. Sally, please stay by my side. There's a blanket here to warm you. It's just a matter of time. 'Cause it's gonna be a night to remember. It's one we won't forget. And with you here beside me, it will be the best Halloween yet. So please say yes and make this night feel so right. 'Cause it's gonna be a night to remember. It's one we won't forget. And with you here beside me, it will be the best Halloween yet.
There's something out there. It's after kids everywhere. It entices them, confuses them, and can even kill them. That's right. Illegal drugs are everywhere. Cocaine coaxes you in, and then when you least expect it, it grabs you. You're hooked, and it's hard to get away. And have you seen what marijuana does to some people? Oh yeah, you've seen them. Total burnouts. It slows you down. It softens your mind. And in my neighborhood, you need to move quickly and think fast. Drugs. It's a bloody shame.
The Live Stream Code and Rating Administration has rated this online event PG. All ages admitted. Please be kind and stay on topic.
Good evening and welcome to the Good Stuff Live. My name is Dave Sundstrom, and if you enjoy talking about music, movies, mostly classic TV from decades gone by, you've come to the right place. So tonight is my annual Halloween live stream. A little bit early, but nevertheless, it will be a good one, and I am excited to have everybody here participating. So before we get going too far, and let me tease though, a lot of what we are talking about tonight can be found in the current October 2025 issue of Remind magazine, where they cover the top 50 horror movies of all time. So we'll talk about those movies, and I'll ask you what your favorite horror movie is. And we will give away a subscription to Remind magazine, and we'll do a little trivia. So good times to be had tonight. But before we get going, I want to say hello to all the folks that have been here hanging out for, looks like for at least a half hour. Channel member Tracy Roth Myers says, hello, hi you all. And channel member Lance Chaffin says hello right back. Lila Mirabella expresses her gratitude for this live stream and for covering all of the classic TV that we do on this channel. Totally appreciate that. Lila, merci beaucoup. And that's, I know that's bad French, but the best I can do. I speak much better Spanish. Adrian James, welcome to the live stream. Let's see. Who else is here? Nick Mamonis is here. Welcome, Nick. Tom McCluskey, a.k.a. The Hungry Jerk. It's nice to see you back with that handle, Hungry Jerk. And let's see. Yes, Lance, we will be doing a giveaway tonight. Channel member Superplex is here and it says hello to everyone. And channel member Angela McArdle says, I'm all right, dealing with a sprained ankle and basically sore all over. Ooh, sounds nasty. Just finished my first term of school, starting the second term next week. Congratulations on that, Angela. Let's see. My pal, Eric McGill, a.k.a. The Unapologetic Geek and a supporting channel member, says hello there. Hey, buddy. Like it a lot. And Gary Carpenter is here. Welcome, Gary. Good to have you with us. Let's see. Seeing a lot of the regulars. Paul, welcome. Good to have you with us hanging out tonight, talking about the top 50 horror movies as identified by Remind Magazine. Let's see. Look at this. Look at this. Eric used his what's called a milestone message. Channel members, supporting channel members get to use these once a month in a chat. And it gives me an opportunity to see how long, for example, that Eric has been a channel member. He's been, for over 2 years, he's been supporting this channel, and he says, let's make it a night to remember. Absolutely, Halloween needs to be a night to remember, but we probably don't want to be out there waiting for the Great Pumpkin because poor Linus and Sally, disappointment is forthcoming for them every single year that they go out to that Great Pumpkin Patch. Eric, thank you so much for all your support. I truly appreciate it. Another milestone message from channel member Lance Chaffin. He says, thank you, Dave, for all you do for us. 37 months, over 3 years supporting the channel. Truly appreciated. Lance, you are amazing, as is channel member Angela McArdle, who has been a member for 29 months. You guys, I mean, it just warms the heart. The level of support and the consistency. Thank you so much. And hopefully I'm delivering to you guys some additional, value because of your support. Next Monday night, by the way, will be a channel members only exclusive live stream. So looking forward to visiting with you all, kind of, not one-on-one, but smaller group next week. And channel member Tracy Roth Myers says, love you right back. Tracy, 47 months. Holy cow. Absolutely fantastic lady, as are all these folks, great people. Thank you so much for all your support, Tracy. Hope things are going better for you. I know you've really been put through the ringer for the last couple of months, so hope things are going better. Let me get back to the other messages here. We got Paul Freeze Gambit says, okay, Carol. Not sure what that one's about. I'd have to read the entire chat probably. Oh, look at this. We got A Child. Welcome, A Child. Good to have you here tonight. And let's see who else is here. Oh, by the way, A Child loves Dr. Pepper. It's a delightful drink. I'm more of a Diet Coke guy, but it is a delightful drink, and I will have it every now and again. Eric says that he has quit soda altogether, but used to love Dr. Pepper and Cheerwine. Okay. Cheerwine isn't something that's readily available out here in the great state of Utah, but I've had it, and it's pretty tasty. Let's see. Channel member Superplex, welcome. Good to have you with us. And Tom Space, welcome to the live stream tonight. I didn't miss it, Lance. I got you, buddy. Never worry. Never worry. Let's see. We are missing John Collins tonight. You know what? John's a busy guy, and sometimes he isn't able to make these things, but he always catches the replay. So I'm confident he'll see the live stream at a later time, and I will express my appreciation for him. John is the longest supporting member of the channel, and truly appreciate his support as well. All right, so we are all caught up. I've said hello to everybody that I think I saw in the live stream. So tonight, like I said, we're going to be talking about the top 50 horror movies as identified in Remind Magazine. I'm just going to go down the list really quick. It's an extensive list, and I'm not going to show any page. Flash it real quick. That was the number one, but I'm going to count down from 50. And we're going to start with number 50 is interestingly one of my all-time favorite horror movies. And while I'm counting these down, in the chat, please list your favorite horror movie, and let's see if it's in the top 50. So go ahead and put your favorite horror movie in the chat. But starting at number 50 is a little movie, one of my all-time favorite movies, called Phantasm. And I've got a little tiny video that I'll share with you about Phantasm before we move to number 49.
The cult horror classic Phantasm. I think I saw this one when I was 14 or 15. We had gone to see a G-rated movie. My friends and I had planned all along to sneak into Phantasm, one at a time. Most of us successfully made it. One kid was caught and forced to return to the movie. Looking back, he may have been the lucky one because Phantasm is a seriously scary movie. Even today, the thought of the tall man, Angus Scrim, and his flying metallic spears of death are enough to keep me from sleeping. But even this movie, with its super scary themes, manages to be very human at the same time. The main character, Mike, has lost his parents, and he's worried about losing his older brother, Jody, or has he already lost him? This movie has a super surreal quality to it. Among its legion of fans, you can count well-known director J.J. Abrams, who helped with the remastering and re-release of this film in 2016.
Yes, just such a great movie. Scared the bejesus out of me. Number 49 is The Changeling. Anyone see that movie? Came out in 1980, starred George C. Scott. 48 was The Phantom of the Opera, 1925, an old movie. 47, Creepshow. From 1982, it's an anthology of Stephen King stories. Myself and Thrash Pondo Pons have done an entire video on Creepshow in the past. Moving on to number 46, another favorite of mine, American Werewolf in London, from director John Landis, came out in 1981. 45 is In the Mouth of Madness, which I still haven't seen. It's a 1995 movie starring Sam Neill. Number 44 is The Creature from the Black Lagoon. I have seen that one. Came out all the way back in 1954. Number 43 is the 1978 version of The Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Remember that one? It had Donald Sutherland, Brooke Adams, and Leonard Nimoy in it. Moving to 42 is The Blob with Steve McQueen, 1958. 41 is Jaws, Steven Spielberg's classic story of terror in the sea. Number 40, that, by the way, that came out in 75. Number 40 is Dead Ringers, which came out in 1988. That's a Cronenberg movie and starred Jeremy Irons in dual roles. That was a good one. Number 39, Audition, a movie that came out in 1999. You know, looking at the names here, it's a Japanese import. I have not seen it, so we'll just move on to number 38, Hellraiser. Folks, please be putting your favorites in the chat. I'll be reading them in just a minute. 1987, director Clive Barker film. Saw that one. It's the one with Pinhead in it. It's okay. Number 37, Near Dark, came out in 1987, and that was a vampire movie. 36 was the original Dracula, 1931. I don't know if that was the original, but the one that we know. the OG Dracula. And then 35 is a movie I really enjoyed called The Howling. Came out in 1981. And moving to number 34, Frankenstein, which came out in 1931. I said Howling was 81, right? And then to 33, Rosemary's Baby. Came out in 1968. And that was a Roman Polanski flick starring Mia Farrow. 32 was another movie that I really liked. I read the book, actually, by Jay Anson, The Amityville Horror. Came out in 79. Number 31, Candyman. Don't say it 3 times in the mirror. 1992 was that movie starring, what was that guy's name? Tony Todd. That's right. Number 30, Scream. Came out in 1996. Number 29, Burnt Offerings, coming out in 1976. Number 28, The Haunting. Came out in 1963. Number 27, Curse of the Demon. Another foreign film, I want to say, 1957. 26 was Child's Play. Came out in 1988. I was just talking to my son Spencer today about the Child's Play films. He and his girlfriend Lena have been watching those movies, and he told me they're really not all that scary. They're kind of corny, and I said that's the beauty of those Child Play movies. Chucky's the bomb, man, but he's really not all that scary. So we've done the 50 to 26. We'll do the top 25 in just a minute, but I want to get to your comments, your favorite horror movies. So let me get going here. I'm going to get down to, hey, Terrell Eugene Bellinger is here. He's got his top 5 listed. Halloween from 78, Friday the 13th from 1980, Nightmare on Elm Street 84, Child's Play 88, and Scream 1996. Let's see. Tom McCluskey went to the premiere of Phantasm in San Francisco and met the tall man himself, Angus Scrimm. Love it, love it, love it. Look at this. Ms. Elizabeth, a.k.a. Music Girl 67, a supporting channel member, says, hello there, Dave, and everyone. Hooray, I'm so happy I made it tonight. We are so happy that you are here, and I hope you have a frightfully fantastic Monday evening as well. Okay, let's see. Choices. Tug says, picking one favorite is impossible. The OG Invisible Man. What? Not Memoirs of an Invisible Man? Alien, The Thing, 1982, Halloween, 78, and Jacob's Ladder. We watched that as the channel members here as part of our movie club a while back, and that was an interesting movie for sure. Paul Frees Gambit says, Dave, Burnt Offerings made the list. I was shocked. It's my favorite horror movie. You can't beat Karen Black, Oliver Reed, Eileen Eckhart, Burgess Meredith, and Betty Davis. Yes, that is a hugely talented cast. A Child says, Nightmare on Elm Street. Number 1, I kind of like number 3, which was in 3D and was called Dream Warriors. Let's see. Gary Carpenter says his favorite horror movie is Abbott and Costello Meet the Mummy and Frankenstein Meeting the Wolfman. Those combo movies. I can see a trend here with Gary. Channel member Tracy Rothmeyer says Psycho is my favorite. I wonder where that will land. I know it's in the top 25. Salvatore Ianni says my number 1, Exorcist. You know that's going to be in the top 25 as well. Let's see. Was John Carpenter the director of In the Mouth of Madness? That makes a lot of sense. Need to watch it. I'm a huge Carpenter fan, but I've never seen that movie. It was one of Carpenter's later movies, of course. I saw all of the ones in the 80s, but as it got into the 90s, I didn't see them all. Thank you so much for sharing that, Eric. Appreciate it. And he said, yes, the 78 version is the best version of Body Snatchers. What do we got? Tom McCluskey says Phantasm is his number 1 as well. It's right up there for me. I really love that movie. Let's see. Audition is Messed Up. Maybe another one I need to check out. Let's see. What else do we have here? Paul says Terror Train is mine. Is that the one with David Copperfield in it? Nick Mamona says House, the second story. Okay, the sequel to House. I have never seen the sequel to House. I saw the original and liked it a lot. Gary Carpenter says Horror Express. Tom Space says Lions on a Plane. I have not heard of Lions on a Plane. I've heard of Snakes on a Plane. Let's see. Tom McCluskey says Rosemary's Baby is going to be next week on the big screen. Interesting. Gary Carpenter liked Van Helsing. Tug says The Haunting is another favorite. Let's see what else we got here. Captain Kronos. I don't know what that is, Gary. I think you're just throwing out stuff now. Let's see. I'm going to go with, let's see. Oh, here we go. Channel member Music Girl 67 says the first scary movie I ever saw, it was in a drive-in, the Amityville Horror. Yeah. I still love it to this day. It was a good one. Channel member Lance Chaffin says Halloween 3. Hey, I have a video about that coming up in a bit. Let's see. We've got Nick Mamona saying Leprechaun with Jennifer Aniston. Yeah. And let's see. What else do we have? Channel member Angela McCardle says, I tried to watch The Shining, but I couldn't get through it, but I really like the original Carrie. Yeah, that was a good one too. Hey there, Sarah. Good to have you with us. Sarah is a supporting channel member as well and goes by My Flock is Everywhere. She's got a channel where she does some pretty awesome music videos. Let's see. Nick Mamona says The Bride with Jennifer Bills and Warwick Davis. And of course, can we forget Gordon Sumner, a.k.a. Sting? Tuba Sun God says Blair Witch was particularly scary for me. I'm pretty certain that's going to be in the top 25. They go on to say, because I watched it at one time, the one time, tripped on acid. Oh my goodness, that had to be an experience. Let's see. What other scary movies are mentioned? Let's see. Scrolling through. C. Jones says, Hush, Hush, Sweet Charlotte scared the wits out of me. Yeah, that one is quite an interesting movie. Oh, Music Girl knows exactly, Music Girl 67, which one is number one in Remind Magazine. And I totally get why you might want to put that at number one. It's a very scary movie. Sarah, a.k.a. My Flock is Everywhere, supporting channel member, used her milestone message. Wise to do so. And she has been supporting the channel for 9 months. Thank you so much, Sarah. Really appreciate it. All right. Let's get through the rest of the list here. Starting at number 25. Carrie, 1976, of course. And that starts Sissy Spacek, John Travolta. Number 24 is another Carpenter movie, The Fog, 1980 movie with both Adrienne Barbeau. Adrienne Barbeau was in that. Jamie Lee Curtis was in that too, right? It's been a long time since I've seen that one. I saw that one at a drive-in, and I don't know if I've returned to that since. Number 23 is a movie that I return to all the time because I love the trilogy of these movies so much. The original trilogy, of course, Evil Dead 2, and Army of Darkness. But at number 23 is 1981's Evil Dead, starring Bruce Campbell, directed by Sam Raimi. Number 22 is the 1935 movie Bride of Frankenstein. Number 21 is the 1968 public domain classic Night of the Living Dead. And number 20 is 1982's Poltergeist, directed by Toby Hopper. And number 19 is 1962's Carnival of Souls. Never seen that movie. Should, because I see it mentioned a lot. Number 18 is Ringu, 1998, the Japanese film that was adapted into an American horror film called The Ring. Lost Boys comes in at number 17. It's a 1987 film that I love dearly. Dearly, dearly, dearly love that movie. Joel Schumacher, I forgive you for the Batman movies just because The Lost Boys is so good. Number 16 is The Birds, 1963 Alfred Hitchcock movie. This movie scared my mother so much that for the rest of her life, her adult life, she was deathly afraid of birds. Birds scared the wits out of her. And she just had this phobia of birds anytime a bird was around. And it's all thanks to dear Alfred Hitchcock. Number 15, Pet Sematary, 1989 film. Number 14, The Sixth Sense. which came out in 1999. I don't necessarily think of that as a horror movie, but yes, there are some horror elements to it. Let's keep moving. Number 13, The Silence of the Lambs, 1991 film. Number 12 is another Hitchcock movie, Psycho, made in 1960. Number 11, Dawn of the Dead, the 1978 film. Number 10, Blair Witch Project, 1999. That movie makes me I get sick, just motion sickness watching that film, all the shaky camera stuff. Number 9 is Stanley Kubrick's classic 1980s, The Shining, starring Jack Nicholson. And number 8 is The Omen, 1976, with Gregory Peck in it. Number 7 is another Toby Hopper movie. Hooper, what is it? I should probably get that straight. Toby Hooper. 1974 is The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Number 6 is Suspiria from 1977. Dario Argentino's classic. I actually have that on DVD and still haven't watched it. I need to watch it. Number 5 is the original Nightmare on Elm Street, which came out in 1984 and starred Johnny Depp and Robert Englund. And what was the name of the girl in that movie? Do I have it here? Oh, man. Heather Langenkamp. I don't have it here, but I remember that. She was also in Just the 10 of Us. Yeah, she was great in that movie. Number 4, Alien, 1979. Great Ridley Scott horror film set in space. In space, no one can hear you scream. Number 3, Friday the 13th, the 1980 original movie, which, interestingly enough, Jason never shows up in that movie. If you've seen it, you know. Number 2, Ms. Elizabeth is your number 1. The Exorcist came out in 1973. Did it win? No, it was nominated for a Best Picture Oscar, directed by William Friedkin. Or is it Friedkin? Not sure. And number 1. There it is, folks. Number 1 is 1978's Halloween, John Carpenter's classic film set in Haddonfield, Illinois, is it? And starring Jamie Lee Curtis and some dude in a William Shatner Captain Kirk mask. That's the top 50. Thanks for hanging out with me and joining me in the countdown. Okay, we got lots of stuff. I'm going to do horror movie trivia in just a little bit. We'll do the first 10 questions that are found in Remind Magazine. As a reminder, folks, you can go to remindmagazine.com and subscribe to this fantastic magazine. Now, I'm going to be, in just a minute, just a few minutes, I'm going to be giving away a subscription to Remind Magazine. And someone here tonight, one of the 29 people that are currently watching this live stream, well, you have a good chance of becoming, getting an annual subscription to my favorite magazine. I was going to say the best magazine in the world, but that might be hyperbole, but it certainly is one of my favorite magazines. And they are such great partners of the channel. They're always supporting us here. And from time to time, I write articles for Remind Magazine. I write it for the online version of Remind Magazine, which you can find at remindmagazine.com. So go over there. You can find some of my articles, and you can also subscribe to the magazine if you don't win the subscription tonight. So, all right, let's keep moving. Let me make sure I didn't miss any milestone messages or any super chats. No, I did not. So we will keep rolling. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you what we need to have in the chat. It's going to be #scary. Let me see if I can share with you what it needs to look like. Share screen. #scary, just like that. Put #scary in the chat, and you will be eligible for the drawing for the free annual subscription to Remind Magazine. All right, #scary, folks. Going to go big screen here for just a moment, but what we're going to do now is we're going to watch some vintage commercials that came out right around this time. I believe these are 80s. Yeah, 1988, right around Halloween in 1988. These vintage commercials came out. I think you'll enjoy them. And then when we get back from the commercials, we'll do we'll go ahead and do the drawing. So without any further ado, let's do this thing.
And now, these messages.
It was a Halloween party where fantasies come true. I put on Showtime makeup and did a dance or two. Boys and ghouls were hanging out like vamp and tigress too. My Showtime face was all in place then. Rock Angel, I saw you.
It's Showtime, the adult Halloween makeup. Showtime is hypoallergenic, more comfortable than masks, more fun too.
You know you are my fantasy, but I can't speak to you.
Make up a Halloween fantasy with Showtime makeup.
Hi, I'm a Boglin. Me and my buddies want to be your friend, right, guys? Right. Call us at 1-900-909-5464 and hear how we can protect you from ferocious beasts.
And help your teacher grade your math test.
Yeah, new story every day.
One call gets you a 3D Boglin hologram like this.
4 calls get you a set of 6. Trade them with your buddies.
And part of your $2.35 2-minute call goes to Special Olympics.
So get your parents' permission and call us at 1-900-909-5464. Oh, get the phone. I said get it, not eat it.
Wednesday, it's hot and cold running chills as a big witch brews trouble for America's favorite rabbit in Bugs Bunny's Halloween special.
Me, what's up, witch?
Then Raggedy Ann and Andy get the stuffing scared out of them in The Pumpkin Who Couldn't Smile. 2 Halloween treats starting at 8, 7 Central and Mountain.
From the people who brought you Halloween, more of the night he came home. Halloween 2.
There was nothing within him, neither conscience nor reason, that wasn't even remotely human.
Don't miss the all-new Halloween 2. More of the night he came home. Halloween 2, rated R. The horror continues. Now playing at a theater near you.
Everybody's heading for Woolworth and Woolco to get set for Halloween. There's costumes of TV favorites like Wonder Woman and the Hulk. There's popular characters from Star Wars, and there's superheroes like Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, and many more at bare bones prices, $2.38 to $4.17. And there's Spook Sticks, Face Pops, Hallowitches, wrapped candy of every kind, all at the favorite Halloween haunts, Woolworth and Woolco.
All right, I am back, and it's time to see which person is going to be our big winner tonight. So let me go ahead and minimize myself down there, and let's do the drawing. We've only got 12 people that have entered the drawing tonight. If there's still a chance, I'll give you guys about 10 seconds if you want to put hashtag scary into the chat and be part of the drawing. Otherwise, one of these, 1 in 12. I like those odds. Those are great odds. 1 in 12. Yep, that's what it's sticking at. I'm going to hit the draw button. Let's see who's our winner tonight. Who is it going to be? Who is the big winner? It is Nick Mamonis. Nick Mamonis, congratulations. That is just absolutely awesome. And congrats. That's great. Hope you really enjoy the magazine. All right, let me go back full screen. Nick, you need to send me your physical address. And what you can do is send that information. Let me find. I don't put this on screen very long because I don't like to get a lot of spam, but I'll leave it up here for a minute, Nick, so that you can make a mental note of it or return to it at a later point. But send me an email to that email address right there, bottom left corner of the screen, and I'll get you all hooked up for a subscription to Remind Magazine. I think you'll really enjoy it. If you have never seen the magazine, it's right up your alley. It's what we talk about all the time. They're just a wonderful publication. All right, let me take that off the screen. And for all of you that didn't win tonight, again, a reminder that you can go on over to remindmagazine.com. You can find articles written by yours truly over there. And you can also subscribe to the print version, which is just one of the best magazines in the world. I'll say it, one of the best magazines in the world. Okay. Let's see what else we got. I'm going to read some of these things. I love when people are good sports. Let's see. Superplex says, congrats, Nicholas. As does Angela and Tug and Tuba Sungard. Tom thinks that Nick cheated. There's no way for Nick to cheat. By the way, you can put hashtag scary or hashtag reminder, whatever I say is the hashtag, multiple times and it only still counts as one. Paul says, congrats. Lance Chaffin says, congrats. Gary says, good for you. Tom points out that he's won twice in the past. You, Tom? I think you've won twice in the past, right? And let's see. That's nothing to do with that. Tom's very upset, though. Tom Space says it's rigged. So, sorry, Tom. Join us next month and you'll have another chance. Another chance to win because I do this every month here on the channel. Okay, let's see what else we got going on here. What else do I want to do tonight? I mentioned that I have a video about Halloween 3. I'm going to play that, and I'm going to play a few more vintage commercials, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to do some trivia. How does that sound? All right, be right back. I saw Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, on opening night with a group of friends, and after the movie, each one of them complained vehemently, as only teenagers can do, about how stupid that movie was. And all of them wanted to know where the heck was Michael Myers. Unlike my friends, however, I enjoyed the movie, and I like it even more now. Unfortunately, back then, critics, who aren't disgruntled 18-year-old teens with movie mayhem on their minds, were equally disenchanted with the franchise's third outing. In this lovely review, Miami critic Bill Von Mauer called the film a scrape-the-bottom-of-the-barrel movie that wanders into the realm of science fiction and becomes utterly lost. Later on, he declares that the movie just wasn't exciting enough. Truthfully, I think Bill and many other critics, like my buddies, just missed these two. Me, on the other hand, I enjoyed Season of the Witch's Twilight Zone feel. It was as if Mr. Rod Serling himself had stepped into the writer's room, tossing out anything that might tie this movie back to the first two, and then saying, let's blow their minds with a completely different story. And that's exactly what producers John Carpenter and Deborah Hill wanted. They were sick of Michael Myers and envisioned a movie franchise that was anthology-based. And Halloween 3, which was written and directed by Tommy Lee Wallace, was the perfect script to kick off this idea. Instead of Michael Myers, we've got a maniacal businessman by the name of Connell Cochran, played to perfection by Dan O'Herlihy. Cochran's dreams involved the wholesale slaughter of innocent trick-or-treaters on Halloween night. And this twisted soul, well, he knows exactly how to do it. You see, his novelty company sells the #1 line of Halloween masks in the United States, Silver Shamrock. And in-house testing of these masks and what they will do at precisely 9 p.m. on Halloween night, it's been wildly successful. Kids who tested these masks literally lost their heads over them. Literally. You know, I could go on and on about the plot of this movie, but instead I'd rather spend the bulk of this video speculating about what would have happened to the Halloween movie franchise if this film had been successful from a box office perspective. While the movie wasn't a complete financial disaster, it wasn't the blockbuster hit the Universal wanted, and as such the idea of having a different story within a shared universe was quickly cast aside. But if the movie had been successful, it's quite possible that we might never have seen this nut job ever again. And while there are a couple of later Halloween movies that were alright, I've got to say that outcome might not have been the worst thing in the world. This year's Halloween Ends promises that we've seen the last of Michael Myers. But do I really believe it? That would be a big negatory Ghost Rider. But that doesn't mean that we couldn't have seen Jamie Lee Curtis again. Whether she was playing Laurie Strode or a completely different character, my guess is that we would have seen her again. In fact, on multiple occasions during Halloween 3, Jamie's voice makes a cameo appearance. I'm not going to tell you where, but next time you watch this movie, and I know you're gonna, listen carefully and I bet you'll figure out where and how Jamie participated. It's also quite possible that John Carpenter may have decided to be a more hands-on creative force if the franchise had opted to go the route of the Twilight Zone. After that second movie, Carpenter didn't mince words about how sick he was of Michael Myers. And films like They Live and even Vampires would have fit in perfectly if the franchise had become an anthology series. And maybe, just maybe, we would have gotten a follow-up movie with this guy front and center. In many ways, Conal Cochran just seems like a more charming version of another one of my favorite horror villains. Yep, I'm talking about the Tall Man from the Phantasm series. And like the Tall Man, I suspect that there is so much more to this character's backstory that we could have discovered. Also, it looks like we'll never know the true fate of Ellie, played by the lovely Stacey Nelkin. So many potential stories, yet none of them ever happened. Instead, we got this. Not a great flick if you ask me. No Jamie Lee Curtis, but Donald Pleasance did seem to have an elevated role in this one. The thing that I remember most about Halloween 4, it was filmed in my neck of the woods, Salt Lake City. I guess certain parts of downtown look at least a little bit like Laurie's hometown of Haddonfield.
And now, this message.
Hi, I'm a Boglin. Me and my buddies want to be your friend, right, guys? Right. Call us at 1-900-909-5464 and hear how we can protect you from ferocious beasts.
And help your teacher grade your math test.
Yeah, new story every day.
One call gets you a 3D Boglin hologram like this.
4 calls get you a set of 6. Trade them with your buddies.
And part of your $2.35 2-minute call goes to Special Olympics.
So get your parents' permission and call us at 1-900-909-5464. Go get the phone. I said get it, not eat it.
Wednesday, it's hot and cold running chills as a big witch brews trouble for America's favorite rabbit in Bugs Bunny's Halloween special.
Me, what's up, witch?
Then Raggedy Ann and Andy get the stuffing scared out of them in The Pumpkin Who Couldn't Smile. 2 Halloween treats starting at 8, 7 Central and Mountain.
Buddy's head.
There's something out there. It's after kids everywhere. It entices them, confuses them, and can even kill them. That's right. Illegal drugs are everywhere. Cocaine coaxes you in, and then when you least expect it, it grabs you. You're hooked, and it's hard to get away. And have you seen what marijuana does to some people? Oh yeah, you've seen them. Total burnouts. It slows you down. It softens your mind. And in my neighborhood, you need to move quickly and think fast. Drugs. It's a bloody shame.
All right. Looks like I played some of the same commercials twice. Sorry about that, guys. I apparently have 2 video files with 2 different names that are the same set of commercials, so we won't watch them all. I'm going to stop them right there. We're going to move on to a trivia quiz. It's the ultimate trivia that's found in the back portion of each issue of Remind magazine. And this month's is titled How Well Do You Know Horror Movies? And it's written by Peter DiGadio. So thank you, Peter, for putting this together for us. We're going to do the first 10. There's actually 25, no, maybe 23, it looks like. 23 questions in all that you can play. It's going to be tough. These aren't the easy softball questions that I typically throw your way when we do trivia, because Peter, he's a stickler for making these things a little more difficult. Number 1. In The Wolfman, who plays the role of the gypsy fortune teller who warns Larry Talbot about the werewolf curse? Here are your choices. A is Maria Ospinskaya. B is Gloria Stewart. C is Evelyn Ankers. And D is Elsa Lanchester. I missed this one. I had no clue, so I guessed. You guys have 30 seconds now to decide what it's going to be. Again, the question is, in The Wolfman, who plays the role of the gypsy fortune teller who warns Larry Talbot about the werewolf curse? Your choices are A, Maria Ospinskaya, B, Gloria Stewart, C, Evelyn Ankers, and D, Elsa Lanchester. It's one I missed. And I suspect many of you might miss as well. It's just a tough question, I think. The correct answer is A, Maria Ospinskaya. All right, moving on to number 2. What triggers Irena's transformation into a panther-like creature in Cat People? Your choices are A, exposure to moonlight, B, extreme jealousy, C, a full moon, or D, the sound of a specific chant. I'm going to start the timer. Again, the question is, what triggers Irena's transformation into a panther-like creature in Cat People? Your choices are A, exposure to moonlight, B, extreme jealousy, C, a full moon, or D, the sound of a specific chant. This is a movie I haven't seen in a very long time, and it might be worth watching again. It's one I might put on my rewatch list. Correct answer is B, extreme jealousy. I will get your progress after we do 5 questions. So I'll ask everybody to tell me how they're doing at that point. This one's a little easier, I think. Number 3, in Psycho, what item does Norman Bates famously use to kill Marion Crane in the shower scene? Your choices are A, straight razor, B, a butcher's knife, C, ice pick, or D, scissors. I'm going to go ahead and start the timer. In Psycho, what item does Norman Bates use to famously kill Marion Crane in the shower scene? You've got A, a straight razor, B, a butcher knife, C, an ice pick, or D, scissors. As always, you can put your answers in the chat if you want to. You can do what I do, just lock them in your noggin. Whatever works for you. Correct answer is B, butcher knife. 4, I think I gave the answer to this question earlier. Who directed Rosemary's Baby? Your choices are A, Stanley Kubrick, B, William Friedkin, C, Roman Polanski, or D, Brian De Palma. And let's go ahead and start the timer. Again, number 4 is who directed Rosemary's Baby? Your choices are A, Stanley Kubrick, B, William Friedkin. I'm going to go with Friedkin this time. C, Roman Polanski, or D, Brian De Palma. De Palma made some great movies in the 80s, too. He's a big fan of some of his movies in the 80s. Yeah. Haven't seen a lot from De Palma lately. What has De Palma done lately? All right, correct answer there is C, Roman Polanski. Let's go to number 5. Oh, this is an interesting one. This is a very interesting one. Which actor was not originally cast in The Exorcist but brought in after another actor dropped out, going on to deliver one of the film's most iconic performances? Your choices are A, Max von Sydow as Father Merrin, B, Ellen Burstyn as Chris McNeil, C, Jason Miller as Father Karras, or D, Linda Blair as Regan McNeil. Timer activated. Which actor was not originally cast in The Exorcist but brought in after another actor dropped out, going on to deliver one of the film's most iconic performances? Your choices are A, Max von Sydow as Father Merrin, B, Ellen Burstyn as Chris McNeil, C, Jason Miller as Father Karras, and D. Linda Blair as Reagan McNeil. Correct answer is, by the way, another one I missed. I don't know names. I don't remember names, but it's C. Jason Miller is Father Karras. So I am at this point in the trivia, I am 3 for 5. Why don't you guys tell me how you're doing? I'd love to know how you're doing. Give me an update on how you're doing so far. Channel member Superplex is 3 for 5. Channel member Angela McArdle doing better than me, 4 out of 5. My friend Eric McGill, also a channel member, 3 of 5. What else do we have? Oh, by the way, Eric, I loved your video on Tron Ares. Feel exactly the same way that you do. As a matter of fact, I loved it so much I had to become a supporting channel member of your channel. I've been meaning to do that for a long time. Sorry it took me so long. But just a great video, and I look forward to, now that I'm a channel member, going back and watching some videos that I haven't had a chance to watch. Terrell Eugene Bellinger, 5 of 5. Nicely done. Channel member Tracy Roth Myers, 5 of 5. Tom McCluskey, 1 of 5. Nick Mamonis, our Remind Magazine subscription winner, 3 of 5. You're guessing really well, Angela. Gary Carpenter, 4 of 5. Paul, 2 for 5. Yeah, these are some tough questions. Channel member Music Girl, 67, 3 out of 5. I need to find somebody's paper to copy off to do better. We all do. I could do the same thing. That'd be nice. I didn't know this. Channel member Eric McGill says they originally wanted Carol Burnett to play the mother in The Exorcist. Interesting. Media Archive Mike, 3 out of 5. You're very welcome. Keep up the great work. You're just really one of the people, in this era of AI slop, Eric, that, so much slop that's out there on YouTube. And quite frankly, I've got this guy that's just copying my stuff. You guys might know him. He does the Andy Griffith trivia channel, and he does a classic TV channel. He just copying word for word. I think what he's doing, it's easy for him now because he takes my Remind Magazine articles and copies those, but not cool. YouTube is full of slop, whether it's AI slop or people just copying and ripping up other people off. And Eric, your stuff is good, man. It's quality material. You make YouTube a better place. So it's my pleasure to be a supporting channel member. Let's see. I think that's it for updates. I think that's it for scores. So let's keep going. Let's get these final 6 done and bring this baby home. Why not, right? All right, let me get back to it so I can get my timer ready. All right, number 6. What was groundbreaking about the casting of Dwayne Jones as Ben in Night of the Living Dead? A, he was the youngest actor to ever lead a horror film. B, he had never acted before and was picked randomly. C, he was the first actor to portray a zombie in American cinema. Or D, he was the first black actor cast as a horror film lead. Starting the timer. Maybe. There we go. What was groundbreaking about the casting of Dwayne Jones as Ben in The Night of the Living Dead? A, he was the youngest actor to ever lead a horror film. B, he had never acted before and was picked randomly. C, he was the first actor to portray a zombie in American cinema. Or D, he was the first black actor cast as a horror film lead. What do you think it is, folks? Just a few seconds left to get your answers locked in. Correct answer is D, he was the first black actor cast as a horror film lead. 7. I think I might have mentioned this along the way too. What iconic item was used to create Michael Myers' mask in the original Halloween? A blank mannequin face. B, a clown mask spray painted white. C, a modified Captain Kirk mask. Or D, a death mask from a Halloween prop store. Timer activated. Again, the question is, what iconic item was used to create Michael Myers' mask in the original Halloween? Your choices are A, a blank mannequin face. B, a clown mask spray painted white. C, a modified Captain Kirk mask, or D, a death mask from a Halloween prop store? Correct answer is Captain Kirk mask. Which one's that one? C. All right, another toughie. 8. Who directed Bride of Frankenstein, bringing a more stylized and emotional tone than the sequel? You got to go way back for this one, right? Your choice is A, Todd Browning, B, James Whale, C, Carl Freund, or D, Jack Pierce. I'm going to start that timer. Who directed Bride of Frankenstein, bringing a more stylized and emotional tone to the sequel? Your choices are A, Todd Browning. There was a Todd Browning in my neighborhood growing up. Not him. B, James Whale, C, Carl Freund, or D, Jack Pierce. I'm going to take the timer off the screen. I'll make sure to give you your 4 seconds there, but the correct answer is B, James Whale. All right, 2 more. Number 9. What is the name of the town haunted by the vengeful ghosts in the fog? Is it A, Antonio Bay, B, Salem's Lot, C, Derry, or D, Hill Valley? Timer activated. What is the name of the town haunted by the vengeful ghosts in the fog? It's been a long time since I've seen this movie, but I knew the answer to this one. You can process and eliminate 2 of them out just almost immediately, but A, Antonio Bay, B, Salem's Lot, B, Salem's Lot, C, Derry, or D, Hill Valley. Hope I didn't screw that up for anybody there. All right. Correct answer is, of course, A, Antonio Bay. 1 more. And for our friend who was tripped out while watching the Blair Witch Project, I wonder if you know the answer to this question. Number 10, what viral marketing tactic helped fuel the myth that the Blair Witch Project was real? A made-for-TV documentary and a detailed website claiming the footage was real. B, a fake obituary appearing in newspapers. C, a radio interview with the real Heather. Or D, posters offering a reward for missing persons. So let me go ahead and start the timer. We'll say that one more time. Give folks a little bit of time to think. What viral marketing tactic helped fuel the myth that the Blair Witch Project was real? A made-for-TV documentary and a detailed website claiming that the footage was real. B, a fake obituary in newspapers. C, a radio interview with the real Heather. Or D, posters offering a reward for the missing persons. What is the correct answer? The correct answer is A. I remember going to that website. I don't think I watched the documentary, but I do remember going to the website. I was 7 out of 10, folks. 7 out of 10 for me. Great quiz. And of course, there are 13 more questions that you can go through if you have a copy of the October 2025 issue of Remind magazine. Let me get final scores from everybody. Like I said, I was 7 out of 10. Let's see. I think most folks probably kicked my butt tonight. Channel member Superplex, 8 of 10. Channel member Teresa Roth-Myers, 9 of 10. Yep. Channel member Ansel McCardle, 9 of 10. Channel member Eric McGill, 8 of 10. Yeah, you were perfect on the second half. Terrell Eugene Bellinger, 9 of 10. Tom McCluskey, 3 of 11. No bonus question tonight, Tom. Sorry. Nick Momonis got 8 of 10. Gary Carpenter got 8 out of 10. Media Archive Mike got 8 out of 10. Wow, you guys just all kicked my fandanny tonight. You kicked my fandanny. Is this a sympathy score, Ms. Elizabeth? Are you trying to make me feel better? 7 out of 10. You better not have copied off of my paper. That would have been a bad deal for you tonight. Paul, as long as you had fun, that's all that matters when we do our trivia. It's all that matters. Folks, we're at the 59-minute mark. the 59-minute mark, and it's been great. I truly appreciate everybody for hanging out with me tonight. Let me read a few final comments. If you got anything you want me to read, put it in the chat now, because I'm going to go just down the list. Channel member Angela McCardle says, I told you I was guessing, laugh out loud, and there were some I did know. Channel member The Unapologetic Geek, Eric McGill says, I'd never kick your fan, Danny. He'd kick back. Yeah, Danny Staten would. Dolph Quick was 4 out of 10, and Paul did have a good time. Let's see. Channel member Tracy Rothmeyer says, thanks. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight, Tracy. Gary Carpenter says, I refuse to watch The Blair Witch Project. And Terrell Eugene Bellinger says, good night. Tom McCluskey says, it was fun here tonight. It was. I had a good time, and a lot of that has to do with you guys. So thanks so much for hanging out with me tonight. Channel member Angela McCardle says, it's been a lot of fun. Good night, all. And let's see. Yeah, I knew Cassandra was retiring Elvira. A while back, she had a contest for the new Elvira. So, yeah, RIP OG Elvira. There's probably going to be someone else in the costume in the future. Music Girl, channel member Music Girl 67 says, thank you so much, everyone, for a fun evening. Take care, be good, and hoping we'll all be together again real soon. Absolutely. Music Girl, hopefully you can join me next week when we do a channel member live stream. Folks, if you want to join in on the fun next week with a little bit smaller group, which means that I can pay more attention to everybody's the chats, what you're saying. You can always join my channel membership for that. Paul, thank you so much. Appreciate you. You and the rest of this community are the best. Let's see what else we had. Tug says, good night, Dave. So glad I could make it tonight. I'm glad you made it as well, Eric. Thanks for joining. Let's see. Channel member Angela McCardle says, Blair Witch Project was hyped up too much and was bored when I was dragged to see it. Yeah, there were those that were bored. Me, I just got sick. That shaky camera thing just doesn't work for me. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate you joining us tonight. Tom, great to have you with us and have you be back. Let's see. Gary Carpenter says, good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are. And Tug points out to all that you shouldn't forget to hit that like button. Please do, folks. I'd appreciate a thumbs up. Always helps with the algorithm, for what that's worth. You know, I've given up trying to figure out the algorithm, but yeah, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the live stream tonight. Would be much appreciated. Let's see. Thank you, Tuba Sun God. Great to have you with us. And look at this, Barry King coming in, joining us at the tail end of the live stream tonight. Looking forward to putting together something with you next week, Barry. You're awesome and such a great friend. Truly appreciate you. Dolph Quick says, late for the party, but still had a good time. Folks saying hi to BK. Let's see. I think that's probably a good place to end. So go ahead and take that off the screen. Let me go ahead and bring out good old Fred Rogers. And hey, everybody, if this is the last time I talk to you before Halloween, I hope you have a good one. Don't eat too many sweets, but you know what? Splurge. Have a few. And take care. Have a great night, folks.
Don't be a joker. Click on that little thumbs up icon and give this video a like.
You are special. Click on that thumbnail cause it's time to go. Dave's got the classics, let the memories flow. TV shows and movies that we all hold so dear. On his YouTube channel he's keeping memories near. Dave Sundstrom, bringing back the good stuff, oh yeah.